Midnight in a cozy attic room, the silence broken only by the crackling fireplace. A sleek black cat, eyes like emeralds, meticulously grooms himself in the warm glow. Unnoticed by the cat, Snowball, a small white rat, scurries about with determined purpose. Tiny paws work feverishly as Snowball packs a miniature knapsack, anticipation gleaming in his brown eyes. The cat pauses, a flicker of curiosity in his gaze as he watches Snowball's frantic preparations. An unspoken adventure hangs in the air, promising a night of daring and clandestine exploits. They each tell stories of what they believe their adventures will take them. Snowball pictures a desolate, windswept landscape stretches endlessly, the sky bruised with impending doom. Midnight imagines the twisted, skeletal trees claw at the heavens, their branches gnarled with ancient suffering. They imagine they will have to cross the dreaded swamps, which the air hangs thick with the cloying stench of decay, a palpable miasma of death and despair. From the unseen, Snowball's voice cuts through the silence, a wary question hanging in the air. "Are you sure about this, Midnight? The fields of the damned aren't exactly a picnic." Midnight explains about a legend he heard of an impenetrable darkness filling an unknown location, where shadows swirl like whispered secrets and a bottomless hole is in the earth. Piercing the gloom, a pair of feline eyes gleam with uncanny intelligence, belonging to Midnight, a sleek black cat. Midnight's tail twitches with anticipation, his posture radiating an air of self-assured command. "Mister Tibbs awaits, Snowball. Adventure calls and we must answer," Midnight declares, his voice a smooth purr in the darkness. Under the cloak of Midnight and Snowball tread cautiously towards the edge of town. A dense mist clings to the horizon, blurring the line between reality and nightmare. The air grows heavy, charged with an unspoken dread as they venture closer. Each step forward is a descent into the heart of a looming spectral mystery. In the unknown location, Snowball shivers, a visible tremor shaking their small frame. They clutch their arms tightly, a futile attempt to ward off the biting, unseen cold. Doubt clouds their face as the weight of their decision settles upon them. "I can already feel the damned part. Maybe we should turn back?" Snowball whispers, their voice laced with apprehension. In the inky blackness, a solitary figure emerges, silhouetted against a dim, distant light. The figure, Midnight, stands firm, an aura of fierce determination radiating from their glowing eyes. A glimmer of resolve hardens their features, etched against the encroaching shadows. Midnight's voice cuts through the silence, a rallying cry to an unseen ally. "Courage, my friend." A flicker of a smile plays on their lips as they envision the tales to come. "Think of the stories we'll tell." Beneath a sky heavy with dread, the pair venture into the fields of the damned, an eerie expanse stretching into the night. Strange, unsettling sounds echo around them, each rustle and whisper amplifying the growing tension. Gnarled trees claw at the sky, their skeletal branches reaching out like tormented souls. The landscape itself seems to breathe with a dark, ancient energy, promising danger at every turn. Under the cloak of a pitch-black night, an unseen location breathes with unsettling silence. Midnight emerges from the inky darkness, moving cautiously as unseen foliage rustles around them. Midnight's voice cuts through the silence, a warning whispered to a companion. "Stay close, Snowball." The night holds its breath as Midnight continues. "There are whispers of creatures that lurk here. We should enter that old stone crypt in the distance." Under the faint moonlight, a murky swamp stretches into the darkness, its still waters mirroring the sky. The eerie croaking of frogs echoes through the heavy, humid air, their calls a symphony of dread. The air hangs thick with the stench of decay, a cloying sweetness mingling with the stagnant water. An old stone crypt is at the edge of the swamps. In the dimly lit unknown location, Snowball stands trembling, his fur slightly ruffled as an unseen terror grips him. His eyes dart nervously, reflecting shadows that dance around him. A shiver runs down his spine as he whispers, "I don't like this one bit, Midnight." The air grows heavy with an unspoken dread as Snowball's fear intensifies. He runs out quickly towards the safety of his friend. In the oppressive darkness of the swamp, The air hangs heavy with humidity and the drone of unseen insects. Midnight's face is grim, every line etched with determination as he squints into the impenetrable blackness. His voice cuts through the night, resolute and unwavering. We press on, a flicker of defiance in his eyes as he invokes a name. Mr. Tibbs wouldn't be deterred by a little swamp. Under the cloak of night, an abandoned farmhouse looms, its darkened windows like vacant eyes. The farmhouse stands sentinel against the starlit sky, a relic of forgotten times. Shadows dance ominously around the dilapidated structure, whispering tales of abandonment. They approach cautiously, the silence amplifying the eerie atmosphere of the desolate farm. The farmhouse exudes an unsettling presence, a silent invitation into its haunted depths. Snowball, a small, fluffy creature, fidgets nervously, its wide eyes darting around the dim space. Anxiety laces Snowball's soft voice as it breaks the heavy quiet. Do you think anyone, or anything, lives here? Snowball asks, its question echoing in the emptiness. A dark room where shadows dance in the dim, unseen light. Midnight's voice pierces the darkness, a chilling promise hanging in the air. Only one way to find out. Dust hangs heavy in the air of the abandoned farmhouse, each mote illuminated by the faint moonlight filtering through broken windows. Cobwebs cling to every surface, shrouding forgotten relics in ghostly shrouds. In the heart of the decay, a rocking chair sways with an eerie rhythm, its movements defying explanation. The creaking echoes through the silent house, each sound a whisper from a forgotten past. Shadows lengthen and dance, twisting familiar shapes into menacing figures as the night deepens. An unsettling silence blankets the unknown location, broken only by the sound of frantic scurrying. Out of the inky shadows, a large rat named Rusty emerges, his presence immediately commanding attention. Rusty pauses, his sleek fur barely visible in the dim light, a creature perfectly adapted to this hidden world. His beady eyes gleam with an unnerving intensity, reflecting the darkness and hinting at a predatory nature. A menacing glare pierces through the gloom, promising danger and marking Rusty as a formidable presence. Who is in my home? They went out that hole heading outside, Rusty says in a raspy voice. In the dimly lit expanse of an unknown location, a tense atmosphere hangs heavy. Rusty, weathered and unyielding, stands his ground. His eyes narrowed in suspicion crawls through the hole heading towards the intruders. Rusty's gruff voice cuts through the silence, a territorial challenge issued. What do you two want? This is my territory, he declares, the unspoken threat echoing in the dim light. Midnight and Snowball hold each other in fear, looking at Rusty. Midnight notices an old gate to the side of Rusty. A dimly lit entrance looms before them, promising both passage and peril. The air crackles with anticipation, a silent agreement hanging heavy among the group. Midnight tells Snowball their plan is to run through the gate's opening and not look back till they get to the mine. The two run and do not look back till they reach the yawning mouth of the mine. Midnight and Snowball pause, the air heavy with dampness and chilling anticipation. Midnight's expression hardens as he stares into the darkness. Snowball shivers, his breath misting in the frigid air, a silent question in his eyes. In the dim expanse of an unknown location, a lone figure stands silhouetted, the air heavy with anticipation. Snowball is rigid against the light, a silent guardian at the threshold of destiny. Midnight and Snowball realize that the tunnel turns more into a tunnel from a temple that was indescribable. The atmosphere crackles with unspoken possibilities, the weight of a decision made hanging in the balance. A path has been chosen, its implications echoing in the stillness. This is it, Snowball says, the words cutting through the tension. No turning back now. A deep, steadying breath echoes in the silence, the prelude to a momentous decision, a plunge into the abyss. With a voice that cuts through the stillness, a battle cry rings out. For Tibbs, for adventure! Deep within the mine shaft, shadows cling to the damp earth and rotting wood, the air heavy with their musty scent. Each creak echoes through the suffocating darkness, a symphony of impending collapse. The adventurers step into a vast mine cavern, the air shimmering with the promise of untold riches. A moment of breathless anticipation hangs in the air as the cat breaks the silence. "Welcome, young adventurers. I've been expecting you," Tibbs declares, his voice a low, resonant purr. Tibbs continues, "It is good to see you, my old friend Snowball. Now our adventure starts."